Welcome to Munich, Germany. Stop 5 of 6 on the X Games schedule this year. The beautiful Olympic Park, which played host to these 72 games, is set to go for the Street League Skateboarding Select Series. Brandon Graham joined alongside Ryan Clemens. And there sits Manny Santiago, the top-ranked Select Series pro. Will he make it 3 straight wins? He'll be coming up in Heat 2 in just a little bit, but we begin with Heat number 1. And a couple of familiar names here, Clem.
You know, I'm feeling Felipe Gustavo in this particular heat. I think he's got it. I just saw him skating earlier today, doing a lot of switch moves, and I'm calling him.
Felipe Gustavo calling his shot. Well, now for the course breakdown, we take a look in the qualifying. We begin with the flow section, where each skater has 2 45-second runs. They can hit any obstacle on the course, and the best score counts. We move on to the impact section, each skater getting 5 attempts, and the best 3 scores count. So there you see a nice overhead shot of this beautifully Bavarian themed course here, Clem.
It's got the look. I love the uprights of the hubbas. They look so cool. I love the way they're put together, and they're steel. They look like they're wood. So the lineup for Heat number 1 getting ready to kick things off. There you see Jack Curtin and Tim Zom with Denny Pham, one of our German riders in this particular Select Series.
That's right. We got a couple of German wild cards here in this Select Series. So Youness Amrani kicking us off here. Attempt number 1.
Hitting the mani pad. I think first time we've seen a mani pad this year.
That's right.
You got it.
I don't know that we've ever seen it on a Street League course.
That's going to be interesting, especially for the flow section. Looking forward to seeing that, seeing how it gets used.
So Youness Amrani looking to improve upon scores from both Brazil and Spain. Wow.
Super hard trick to do in your run, 180 fakie mani, or 180 switch nose manual, whatever you want to call it, and that's no joke.
You know, Clem, it's very nice. It's this is a little bit of a squattier course. The footprint's a little bit smaller, as his first run is in the books.
And Youness killed it in that run.
But it looks like they got really creative with what they were able to do with the space here in Germany.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the Bavarian look, the house look, and kind of squeezing it all together. There's not as much flat on this particular course. You hit that middle section right away, and it's kind of elevated and goes into the quarter pipe, which is, I mean, it's really good. It flows super good, and it's real fast.
So Amrani's score coming in at a 6.5. Very nice for setting the bar. And here we have Denny Pham. Again, guys can start from any side of the course here in the flow section.
Denny, straight out of Germany, getting a little tail drag on that kickflip manual.
That's right, Denny, again, one of 2 German skaters here in the Select Series. Of course, we have our 10 domestic pros, and then we bring in 5 local wild cards. Denny happened to be one of the 2 Germans skating here today.
Switch big spin transfer right there. The way that the different elevated angles, it creates a lot of stuff to skate right there in the center. Over the pretty flower beds, of course.
That's right.
Of course, the final touches on the course always just look so good.
Well, here's another look at Denny's first flow attempt.
Starting with a crooked grind. And there's that kickflip mani. Oh, he didn't get a tail drag. That was my bad. He got it. That was clean.
Oh, the magic of replay. We're calling you out. So a 3.7 for Denny Pham. Up next, though, Tim Zom.
Total fan of Tim Zom. Skate Metal's finest. He's out of Rotterdam. He's seen this guy around for years. Skated a lot of the Amsterdam AMs that we did over the years.
Tim Zom is a shredder.
He's got a really good part on the Thrasher site. Specifically this one really long mellow rail he did. It's all this crazy cobblestone run up and sketchy landing. Very Euro spot.
So obviously the guys have been able to practice on this course, for the last couple of days. But again, as time expiring there for Zom, this is their first taste of the Street League format.
Yeah,
and,
for these guys,
it just takes some getting used to. So these wild cards definitely at a disadvantage versus a guy like Jack Curtin, for instance, who's skated in this format before.
Yes. Nollie nose grind. The level of difficulty of tricks right there, just starting out. You know, you had one guy do a feeble grind, the other guy do a a crooked grind, and then Jack starts out with a nollie nose grind. Like, judges definitely pay attention to that. Know that Jack's trick is super hard.
So Zom's score coming in at a 2.8.
Switch nose grind right there. Jack putting it down. And you don't see Jack on the quarter pipe too often. There you go with a 50-50 transferring over to the other side.
Final 10 seconds of his first attempt. Again, each skater getting 2 45-second runs. We count the best score.
Threw a little overcrooks in right there.
Time for one more.
Switch 5-0. Jack killing it.
Very clean. He looked great in practice the last couple of days. He's got to be happy with that first attempt. Let's take another look.
Oh, here's that switch nose grind. There you go, Jack looking good.
We have a new leader, Jack Curtin, with a 6.7, jumping up into first place. But here now, Felipe Gustabo.
That was my pick, starting out with a switchback tail, making him look good. He's going for the switch flip. Manual. He didn't keep the manual down. Yeah, you know, the mani pad is interesting. It's like, it's enticing. Yeah. Everyone wants to skate a mani pad. But it's that call, like, should I skate it or should I not? Switch 50-50.
Felipe is another guy who's got all the talent in the world. Struggled a little bit in the first Select Series event in Brazil. Came back with a vengeance in Spain. Threw down that 9.
Oh, yeah, the 9 club. 360 flip nose grind, 180 out. I remember, it's one of the things I specifically remember from Barcelona.
I expect more of the same for him here today.
Nollie nose slide. Heard the buzzer.
Let's take another look at Felipe on the mani pad.
Oh!
Almost.
Switch flip manual. Didn't quite hold on to it.
So a 5.6 for Gustavo, putting him in a third place. And just like that, we begin with attempts number 2.
That was super hard. Switch 180 nose manual. Youness Amrani. Nollie 180 switch crooks. Wow. Hard tricks back to back. Now, I remember Youness in Brazil not doing so good.
No.
Here? What? What? Nose grind, nollie flip out, hanging onto it. That kind of trick in a run is no joke. I'll be honest with you, I've never even seen that before. Nose grind and then a 180 on the rail to switch backside 5-0. Okay. Or on the hubba. Go figure.
So that's going to do it. Take another look early in Youness's run.
Oh, so good. Might have got a redo on a game of skate right there, but he made it. That's called a contest make.
But you see that pop. So here's Denny Pham on his second attempt, trying to best that 3.7 as he sits in fourth place.
Nollie front crooks is looking pretty tight right there from Denny.
Again, this is just heat 1. We've still got 2 more heats to go. So these guys aren't just skating against the 4 other guys in their heat. They're skating against all 15 dudes out here today.
I don't know how he just fell on a crooked grind earlier. After that nollie front crooks. What?
Oh!
Going ballerina style out of it.
And again, Clem, you start to see as you get a little bit more familiar, definitely the difference in that layer of the experienced vets are the guys that know how to time out their flow sections, those 45-second runs to the T.
You got it. You got it. Yeah, and Denny, you know, he's first time in it.
Still learning the ropes.
That's right. Hey, some of these guys, you know, they can be pro or top am. Sometimes they maybe have skated a handful of contests. A lot of guys just don't have a bunch of experience.
So here's Tim Zom, who's sitting in 5th place. Wants to improve upon that 2.8.
Wow, going the distance on a back lip slide. And you can tell Tim has the quarter pipe skills. Wow, backside Susky grind, I think that's what it was from that side. Right into a nose grind, skating super fast. You don't need too many pushes on this course because it flows really well.
Zom's so raw with his skating, and to the earlier point, it's such a flowable course, this one, more so than what we've seen throughout the 2013 season.
It's that wall of quarter pipes in the back. It really turns you around nicely. Had a little private session the other night.
I bet you did.
You know?
I thought I lost you for a couple hours.
After we kicked everyone else out, then we got our secret session.
So Zom scoring coming in at a 4.5. He'll hold on to that one, jumping him up into 4th place. Here's your current leader, Jack Curtin.
Nollie nose grind. He does that so easily. Nice frontside 5-0 transfer. Kick flip front 50-50 on the little hubba. Doing it.
The DGK Pro just skating with so much class.
Hey, I gotta say, DGK all day. I'm so backing him. Such a fan of that whole crew. Switch nose grind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Making it happen on that 50-50.
So Jack closing in on 10 seconds.
I think right there was, I don't know what I'm going to do. And that was an afterthought on that back lip.
So he'll attack the hubba. One more.
Switch 50-50. Jack Curtin putting it down. Another nice run. Other than that back lip, the thoughtless back lip, his run was great.
Yeah, very comparable to his first at 6.3, so he'll hold on to a 6.7. So here's Felipe Gustavo trying to jump out of third place in that 5.6 from his first attempt.
Starting with a switch back tail again. He didn't get his run how he wanted, so my guess is he's going to try to do the same one. So yeah, settles again for no manual on the switch flip. It's a tough one. That's a tough call to go for the manual or not. If you don't have it dialed, it is really, really a tough call.
Especially in your flow section attempt, because it can really screw with your timing.
Yeah. Now a nose slide on the hubba, making its way back. He was going for the 180 switch crooks right there, had to settle for a tail slide. That happens often on that trick. You see it pretty regularly. He was going for the crooks on that one, ended up in a nose slide. Man, not working out for Felipe.
Your pick. What's going on, Clem?
Hey, I'm just backing him. He's my boy. I've known him since he was a little kid, and he couldn't even speak English.
So we take
Such a fan.
look.
There's that tail. Well, he's going for the switch crooks. Got the tail slide out of it.
So a 4.5 for Gustavo. He'll hold on to his 5.6. And Heat 1 flow section officially in the books. And it's Jack Curtin and Youness Amrani leading the way with a couple of 6.7s. So when we come back, Heat 1, Youness Amrani there putting it down. Jack Curtin, your co-leader. Impact section coming up next.
X Games is brought to you by GoPro, the world's most versatile camera. GoPro, be a hero. And Ford, go further.
Welcome back to Street League Skateboarding Select Series qualifying. The flow section of heat number 1 officially in the books. It's Jack Curtin and Youness Amrani leading the way with a couple of 6.7s. Ryan Clemens, your pick, Felipe Gustavo. You better pick it up in the impact, man.
He's going to have to. He can. I like to see him do it.
Check out this course, huh? What is this, sort of Bavarian beer garden?
You know, Joe C. from CA Skate Parks killed it on this one.
I love it, man. No detail goes unturned. You know?
Oh, man, he's psychotic about it almost. He's crazy out there getting the details done.
The touch of each host city in the course is beautifully constructed. So heat number 1, going into the impact section, here's Youness Amrani with attempt number 1.
Ooh, coming out with a hard flip, not being able to hold on.
Again, each skater getting 5 attempts here in the section. We count the 3 best scores, so you can afford to kick a couple away. Here's Denny Pham.
Looking forward to seeing Denny's skill set on this, on the big set right there.
So a couple of bails to start off the section.
Got Tim Zom rolling in.
Been looking forward to watching this guy skate in the impact.
He's like, I'll take the hubba. Back Smith, looking good. There's the uprights on those hubba, those X's, they're just too cool.
We take another look, Clem.
Looking good. Pointed down, it's a proper back Smith.
So a 4 on the dot for Tim Zom. That jumps him up into first place. Here's Jack Curtin.
Nollie Crooks. Popping out nicely, under control.
This is where the strategy comes into play. You want to make some nice, safe scores to get on the board and allow yourself to take some chances on those last couple attempts. Here's Felipe Gustavo.
Heading up switch tail slide, and he's got it so good. Yep. He knows he can do that trick so easily. I wonder if Felipe's thinking strategy right now. I hope he is. Switch tail slide coming off perfectly. He's got it like that.
A 4.7 for Felipe. Jack got a 4.8 previously. And here's Youness Amrani on his second attempt.
Got a hard flip so easily.
Again, Brandon Graham joined alongside Ryan Clemens for a qualifying Street League Skateboarding Select Series. The top 6 dudes will be going on the final a little later today. Denny Pham trying to be one of those as he kicks away his second attempt.
It's going to be tough for him. It really is. He just stepped into the arena with the big guys. It's a big deal.
Step into the arena, you are right. Here's Tim Zom. Looks like a crafty vet out here.
And, you know, a solid nose grind. Maybe team manager, company owner Brad Staba coached him a little bit on this one because he's got it.
A 3.3 for Zom, jumping him back into second place. And here's Jack Curtin.
Heading up switch with switch frontside 5-0. Wow. How he makes such a hard trick like that looks so easy is beyond me.
And again, as we take another look, Clem, just the experience of this being his second event with this format, you're already seeing that comfort in his bag of tricks coming through.
That approach was so good. Everything was textbook. And there's Felipe doing the same thing.
Speaking of textbook,
he knows he's got it. Jack did the same trick for his first move out. So
Felipe with a pair of 4.7s. Taking a look at this Nollie Crooks.
He's got it so easily. Popping right off, knows when the hub is going to end. He's got it.
So Youness Amrani with his third attempt.
Woo! Go for the 270 out of the tail slide.
So that is his second bail. He can't afford another one.
That's a tough one to go 270 out of on the angle like that. You really got to move quick. Wow, nollie heel. It's like you got a shifty out of it too. That was very proper. So that was 3 times. It took him 3 tries to get one.
So a 6.2 for Denny Pham, which is actually a section high here in heat number 1. But here's Tim Zom.
That's one of his go-tos, back nose blunt. Surprised he actually fell on that.
That's Zom's first miss of the section. Here now, your current leader, Jack Curtin. He's got a 4.8 and a 5.5.
And he is just checking the tricks off the list. Switch nose grind. So perfect.
A 7.2 for Jack Curtin.
Judges were feeling that one.
Let's take another look.
His approach, he was one of the first guys to be able to do a switch nose grind on a rail on a regular basis.
Here's Gustavo currently in second.
Switchback 5-0.
So
Three tricks, 3 makes.
After a couple of 4.7s, he gets a 5.5 on the board, staying in second place. Attempt number 4 for Youness Amrani, sitting in third.
Wow. Getting out of that. Such a weird twist because, you know, your body might not catch up with the with your upper half of your body doesn't catch up with your lower half.
As we take another look,
there you go. Now you're catching up.
An 8.0 for Youness Amrani, a section high, jumping him up into second place. He says, Clem, I want to be skating this final a little later.
And the judges know. That's why he got such a high score on that. They know. Coming 270 out of that tail slide on a bubble like that is not easy. Switch big spin. Denny Pham putting it down. Wow. He's surprising me at this point.
Look at this. So he needed a couple attempts to get his feet under him, but looking good.
He's got the impact dialed.
A 6.0 for him there. Here's Tim Zom sitting in 5th place.
Having trouble with the back nose blunt now.
So that's Zom's second miss. Gonna have to make it count on his 5th attempt. And here's Jack Curtin still in 1st place. What's he got for an encore?
Ooh, going for the switchback Smith. Going P-Rod style on us right there.
Unable to follow up that 7.2. That's his first miss of the section. Felipe Gustabo, an 8.5 would actually give him the lead here.
It would be close on that switchback tail.
That's definitely an 8-range trick if it's pulled off well. So we move on to the 5th and final attempts for guys here. Here's Youness Amrani at 3.7, gives him the lead. That'll do it.
Wow, nollie frontside 360. That was nice.
So a 7.6. Take another look.
Look at that.
So Youness Amrani skating his best event to date here at the Select Series.
Got it. Going for a nollie backside heel. Denny Pham not landing it. He would have been a contender right there for this particular section.
So Denny stays in 4th. Here's Tim Zom looking for a big score.
Can't seem to handle the back nose blunt today. It's not working out.
So 3 straight misses for Tim Zom as he sits in 5th. Here's Jack Curtin. If he wants to lead back, an 8.9 would do it.
I'm not sure what he was going for right there.
Yeah, you could tell.
I thought he already did the switchback 5-0, but maybe that was earlier today.
He's frustrated with himself there. A 4.4, so he will stay in 2nd place. And rounding out the attempts, Felipe Gustabo sitting in 3rd.
Ooh, that was a trick of a lot of controversy in Barcelona, the switchback tail.
It's a P-Rod Special.
Yep.
Which Nigel Houston also put down.
Which I'd never seen Nigel do before that day. I was like, okay.
So let's take another look.
We got Felipe saying, I can do the back switchback tail too.
So clean for Felipe Gustavo, a 7.6. So that puts him in, keeps him, I should say, in 3rd place. So Heat 1 officially in the books. And it's Youness Amrani leading the way at 28.2. Very impressive. But Jack Curtin and Felipe Gustavo not far behind. Coming up next, though, that man right there, Manny Santiago, Heat number 2. Stick around.